Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Yo Joe Outlet, your only source for G.I. Joe weapons and vehicle accessories. Don't have that incomplete Joe any longer. Connect with Yo Joe Outlet Center and complete that figure for an awesome price. Go check them out on eBay at Yo Joe Outlet Center and Facebook Yo Joe Outlet. Guys, you know I love a good horror movie. And what is the point of a horror movie? It's to scare you. The Fear Footage Part 1 and Part 2 accomplished that exactly. It scared me. It made me jump. And I'm not embarrassed to say, it made me shriek a few times, just like a little child. Guys, go check out thefearfootage.com. If you like found footage movies, forget that. If you like horror movies in general, if you like to be scared, if you like to pull the blanket up over your eyes, go check out The Fear Footage 1 and 2. Order it directly from thefearfootage.com. Blu-rays on sale, or go check them out on Amazon. The Fear Footage. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Nuff, New Age Revolution here. Today, in the G.I. Joe cave. That's right, because despite, as I have said, despite my conclusion that the world is coming to an end, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. We will most likely never leave our homes again. We will most likely never dine in a restaurant. We will never see a movie. Children will never go back to school. Because the gigantic, murderous hornets are on the way to your town. Despite all that, despite all that, I still have to complete the G.I. Joe line. I must. I must leave behind proof to the next species that takes over this planet. I must prove to them that I was a true collector, and I collected to the very end. And so we are still ordering the G.I. Joe figures from the Bay, from the eBay. And you know that I am down to 2 figures from 1983. And I'm not buying any other figure from any other year until I finish 1983. And we're down to 2. Well, now we're down to 1. Unfortunately, I'm down to 2 of the most expensive figures from 1983. Both should not be expensive. They're these... basically your equivalent of a repaint. But I didn't want to cut any corners early in this line and say, I don't need the gray suited figure when I have the orange suited figure. I didn't want to do that. Grand Slam is who I'm talking about. I don't need the gray suited Grand Slam. I have the orange suited Grand Slam. Most of us would just say we're moving on, but not me. However, oh wow, there's some bonuses in here. This is cool. I didn't expect this. The second to last figure that I have gotten is a foolishly expensive figure, a ridiculously expensive figure. And I don't know why. It's really just kind of a repaint. It very much looks like the Cobra Soldier and the Cobra Enemy figure. But you got to get them. I am indeed talking about the Viper Pilot. And here he is. I'm going to be very careful with this because I can already This figure is old and hasn't been moved around much. I don't want to break anything. Full disclosure, because we're a family, I love you guys. This is $150, $160, $200 figure. All of the ones on eBay right now are at Buy It Nows. There is one on eBay for $129.99, and it's been there for a while because it's a custom job. It is a figure with a replaced emblem. And the person says it's not a sticker. They said it's painted and sealed. But this thing is like perfect emblem. So I don't know about painting. I don't know who painted that perfectly. It's like the little guys that paint on a rice or paint on a pinhead or something like that. I mean, how do you do that? So I've been skipping that one. I didn't want that one. And there are some with emblem completely rubbed off for $60, $70. But I found this one, and I got into a little bidding war, and I ended up winning them for $108. 108. The Cobra Viper pilot, and you can see the emblem. The emblem exists. It is about 80% complete emblem. Some slight rubbage offage, but I am happy with it. I am happy with a fairly decent Cobra Viper pilot figure with pretty impressive emblem. Now the arms, you can listen. The arms have a little squeakage to them. So we're going to be very, very careful with him. We're not going to do much. We're just going to get him on his stand and get him on the shelf and cross one more figure off of the list. We are down to Silver Suited Grand Slam. Now included in this package, surprisingly, is some fun extras. The Viper glider is a expensive vehicle accessory glider. The Viper glider is expensive. So when that happens, all the inserts and accessories that came along with it go up in value too. The box, the card, the file card. So this person very nicely included a Viper glider blueprints, or these are the instructions, and that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you very much. I did not expect that. They included the Viper Pilot file card, which is awesome. Thank you very much. Great stuff. And this one I definitely didn't expect. I got another fun poster. Poster ad. Oh, that's interesting. Look at this. This was enjoyed by somebody. Look, all the little vehicles are circled. This was enjoyed by a kid collector at some point. I assume some point way a long time ago. That is awesome. Some people will be like, oh man, somebody wrote all over my poster. No, this is great. This was a kid. This was a kid circling the vehicles and the accessories that he had. I love that. That to me is great. I love price tags still on stuff, and I love to see a kid, circling the stuff he's got. So that's very cool. I will hang that up on the. Actually, I'm running out of room on the G.I. Joe wall, so I might just have to. I got like a little envelope where all this stuff goes, a little baggie. I put all these things in the little baggie. So very cool. That seems to be it. Yes, there's nothing else in the box, but we got them. $108. Viper Pilot down to one, and I have already brokered a deal for, I think, 12 or 14 figures from 1984. And I'll be grabbing those in 2 weeks. And so we're going to fly right through the 1984 line. Half are complete, half are incomplete, but those incomplete ones will be completed by my friends at Yo Joe Outlet Center. So I'll be giving them a shout and saying, hey, hook a brother up. We need some accessories. We need some weapons. So we're going to fly right through the 84 line. I'm really looking forward to that. That's all for now. That's all for now. See you next time when the next collecting is half the battle episode is going to be me showing off Grand Slam, because that's the only figure I'm going to show off until we complete the 1983 line, and then we'll move on. And until then, collecting is half the battle. See you next time. Good night.
Oops, I'm kidding. We're not done yet. I wanted to show you where we're at here. So there's the 83 shelf. You know that all the rest of the figures are gonna go down here. But here's what we got so far, guys. Take a look. This is the 1983 G.I. Joe figure line with very old school little boy me labeling of the figures. Just, grabbing a pen and writing on the piece of wood, just like I would have when I was a kid. So there we go. There's our 1983 line so far, guys. Scarlet, the only figure without holes in her feet. What are they thinking? You're making my life difficult. I have to lean Scarlet up against some stuff because she has no hole for figure stands. She can't stand up. Really, Hasbro? Come on, get on that. But here we go. Here we go. Coming down here. There's the orange suited Grand Slam right next to him. An empty space for the final figure of 1983, the silver suited Grand Slam, Stalker Zap, and the newly acquired Viper Pilot. These bags are other figures from other years that are not going to be displayed until we move on to the appropriate year. So there we go. That's that. That's the line so far, guys. We're doing good. We're making time.